After 6 long, arduous years, the account aggregator system went live on 2nd of September, predicated on data. Data seems to be today at the helm of every company's working. They are saying great products, great insights, everything's built on data. But in reality, do corporates realize that it is actually people who are the engines who make the company run smoothly and constantly every day? Today, I'm in conversation with Mr. Ramgopal Subramani, the COO of Perfios, and I want to understand from him what makes Perfios almost synonymous with people. It seems to have become like P for Perfios and P for people. A very low attrition rate, happy faces, smiling everywhere, no insecurity, and no cringing to come into work every day. Hi, Ram. Please tell me the secret of this.
Hi. So first of all, yeah, it's great that account aggregators become live after 6 years, and we have been at the forefront of the whole NBFCA ecosystem, and it's good to see that all the hard work is paying off. So I think the means of the so I don't think there's any secret sauce. It is just about the fact that it is about finding the right kind of people who are passionate about building something new. So, and I think the account aggregator is very synonymous with what we do. We started as a company in 2008 under the leadership of Mr. Govindarajan and Devashish Chakravarti. It was a team of 7 to 8 people who started building out a personal finance management platform. This was a journey which was obviously very new. So we were trying to build a new category. So which meant that we had to convince people to join us. Not only convince people to join us, but we had to convince consumers to trust us and use our platform. And as we evolved our business model, where we first were direct to customer and then consumers, and then we went to directly to enterprises, financial institutions. Here again, this was a category which was new, and people had to be convinced to say that what we have is something they can use. Okay, there was no peer or a prior product that they could compare. So just in the same manner, when Account Aggregator got launched, Master Direction came in 2016, and we started working on the space. We had to again go and convince our customers and people to come and join us in this journey. So to a large extent, I think one of the things is obviously the whole experience that people find in building something completely from scratch, and then taking it to market, making people aware of it, evangelize about it, and then convince them this is something which is good for them or the right thing to do. Okay. So I think these are all things which people usually don't find in their day-to-day jobs. So one of the components where we have always had the task of convincing people to join us in this journey. We have had the task of convincing businesses to trust us and work with us to do this one. So today we have more than 270 customers in 20 countries who work with us. More than 90% of the transactions for digital lending goes through our platform. Okay. We operate at scale and manage really complex systems. And these are critical systems because these systems and the analytics that we build pretty much is used by many of our customers in their decision process and where they trust what we provide in their decisions to lend or not lend. So I think from that perspective, these experiences are things which people have come to enjoy. And we have been very fortunate to have 600 people who have joined us in the journey in the last 12 years. And they have actually helped us build a business successfully. So if I look at it, any kind of a technology business or even most businesses today is all about people. Okay. You've talked about data. Data is important. Data is useful to make sense of it and then leverage it. Okay. But a lot of people talk about machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning also, right? Even that requires people to use those techniques and generate insights out of it. So I would say every business is a people business. And it's very important that we provide the employees the experience. And the experience is all about, it is to give them work that is challenging, give them something that they can go and build out, okay, take something to the market, make it succeed. So which is where the people who come and join us. First of all, like I said, we are small, right? We were 10 people in 2008. We are 600 people today. Relatively, we might have grown 60 times, but we are still so small compared to the behemoths in the industry. Yeah. So from that perspective, we still have to attract people. And people who join us are the ones who are looking for challenging opportunities, who want the thrill of making something happen. Okay. Now, when you have these kind of people coming in, it is very fortunate for us that many people have joined us and in this journey. So there, these people will never be insecure about who they are. Okay. They are full of confidence. They have this go-getter attitude, and then they figure out to make things happen. So we've been very fortunate that we've been able to get the right kind of folks to join us in this journey, and we continue to look forward to get many more such people as we grow our business.
While humility keeps making you say that you're very been fortunate, I'm sure there's been a lot of concentrated effort in finding the right fit, because it is not easy to find a bunch of so many talented, passionate, self-driven people. Ram, tell me something. The last year was very tough. I mean, the last 1.5 year was very tough. We've had corporates, heartbreakingly throw out people. There's been loss of jobs everywhere. How did Perfios deal with it? Because I know there was no real layoff there.
Yeah. See, okay. So this is again, the last year and a half has been challenging, not just for us, for our customers, our peers in the industry, other industries globally. Okay. So, and this is not something anyone was prepared for. So the first thing, as we started seeing signs of potential issue cropping up, by mid-March, we had all our people to work from home. A lot of people went back to their hometowns and others came. So by March 15th, we were pretty much working remotely. So even before the lockdown got announced on 26th March. And then in the next few weeks, it was no one was clear as to what is this. Right? This was a completely new experience. Like the way our product was a category creator, COVID was a category creator of its own type. So which meant that you could either react or you could pretty much you could wait and then you just kind of see what is happening and then decide on the course. Now, for us as an organization, we have been growing for the last several years. In the last 5 years, we have doubled our revenue, our volume of transaction, all those things for the last 5 years. Again, also, which is well also translated in a great company being built by all these people who have joined us in the journey. And our investors, Business Ventures and Wawa, I mean, they obviously also have backed us to do the right things. And then and us, to a large extent, our performance in the last several years is kind of given them the confidence that we'll be doing the right things. Okay. So at that point of time, the choice was, do we take like large corporates or companies which are financial decisions, right? Do we take a financial decision or not? Thankfully for us, first of all, we had continuous growth and success year on year. So which meant that we knew that even even if this whole thing continues for a few months, okay, we will be able to survive as a business. Okay, right? There was some amount of belief, okay, in the part that we are here and we will survive all this part. Okay, and so the most common phrase was this too shall pass. Okay. Second was we had a good cash reserve, and our investors also were very clear that all this business is built with all these people in the journey. Okay, right? So we have to do the right thing. So which meant that first to make sure that all of them are safe, all of them are protected. So whatever is required in terms of assistance, okay, for people, whether it was some of them, I mean, some of them were uh, unfortunate to have got infected and all those things, providing them the right medical care. And and we are also talking to a lot of our customers. They were also not clear as to what's going to happen. But then they were also saying, let's wait and watch what happens. Okay. Perfect. Thankfully for us, things started recovering in July, okay, from a business perspective. And although the first part of the year was hard, but we pretty much finished the financial year 2021 at the same level as 1920, okay, which is obviously a very significant achievement in this whole climate. And also in so as we start seeing things recovering, we obviously, so few things that we did in April. We decided to pay the bonus for achievements of 1920. Second is all the people that we had offered, we said we'll get them all on board. Right. Third is we said that even the folks who are joining from campus. Every year we hire quite a few folks from campuses. Okay. So we also told them that your job is there. Please pass your exams, come and join us. We are waiting for you to come. Okay. So which was very clear that people are the cornerstone of what we build, and the same people would also understand complexity. So we had to basically do certain measures in terms of tightening our spends, in terms of the infrastructure, cloud infrastructure, software infrastructure, and all those things. But then people were very reactive, right, to the whole situation, and they were able to do those necessary things. So which is where I think we were again blessed to have the right kind of team with the right kind of motivation and support to help us storm through the weather.
Okay. All right. Ram, just before we sign off, what are the plans from the people perspective for the coming year now that recovering is looking imminent for the all economies?
See, like we said, right, it is not something which you do based on a situation, right? Some of these things are journeys, and journeys is continuous. So we have obviously been focused on making sure we have the right people on board. And as we have grown, we have also created a lot of opportunities for people to move from one stream to another. We had one of our colleagues who was working as a software engineer, but had a flair for art design, wanted to move to user experience. So we gave her the opportunity to work on that part, gave her the training, required skills. In the same manner, we continuously create a environment for people to learn, okay, to have new experiences. So there are also some cross-functional teams put together so that they can brainstorm and figure out how to take the organization forward. We have 40 plus people who have been identified as the next generation of leaders who will take this company forward. And so which is where it is a journey, and it is not a point of time decision.
I love that. It is always a journey. So if I were to encapsulate all that you said, I think it is about finding the right bunch of passionate, self-driven people. And it is a leadership backing that makes this possible, because without that, it wouldn't be there. Thank you so much for talking to us today, Ram, and hoping to catch up with you again very soon.
Thank you.